Thank you, Chairman Wyden. Good morning. Good morning, Chairman Wyden, Ranking Member Murkowski, and members of this committee. My name is Ross Eisenberg. I'm Vice President of Energy and Resources Policy for the National Association of Manufacturers. The NAM is the nation's largest industrial trade association, and we represent nearly 12,000 small, medium, and large manufacturers in nearly every industrial sector and in all 50 states. Now, manufacturers are major energy consumers. We use about 1/3 of the energy consumed in the United States. So for manufacturers, natural gas is a critical component of an all-of-the-above energy strategy that embraces all forms of domestic energy production, including oil, gas, coal, nuclear, energy efficiency, alternative fuels, and renewable energy sources. 13 months ago, PricewaterhouseCoopers, with support from the NAM, released a report called Shale Gas and Renaissance in U.S. Manufacturing. And that report found that full-scale and robust development of U.S. shale gas plays could lead to 1 million new manufacturing jobs by the year 2025. Now, that's just manufacturing jobs by 2025. In addition, lower feedstock and energy costs can help manufacturers reduce natural gas expenses by as much as $11.6 billion annually in that same time frame. PwC's predictions are very quickly becoming a reality. Some are calling it the reindustrialization of America. Almost weekly, we're seeing companies announce new ventures and facilities to manufacture iron, steel, fertilizer, chemicals, plastics, acrylic rosin, diesel fuel, and a wide range of other energy-intensive products. There's really no better example of the impact that natural gas is having than the announcement last year by a Canadian manufacturer that it plans to actually take apart a working methanol plant in Chile and move it to Senator Landrieu's state of Louisiana. The natural gas boom has provided major opportunities to manufacturers across the supply chain. Manufacturers design and construct the drilling facilities, supply machinery and materials for hydraulic fracturing and well completion. And they provide needed infrastructure like pipelines, compressor stations, storage facilities, and processing facilities. All of this new activity will require roads and bridges, which in turn require concrete, brick, gravel, and steel. Drilling sites will need vehicles, fuel, and significant water supplies, which will need to be supplied, transported, and treated, all by manufacturers. And downstream, the possibilities from chemicals to windows to toys to electricity are truly endless. But let's not kid ourselves here. None of this is going to happen if we can't get the natural gas out of the ground. We've got plenty of natural gas, and we believe the free market can generally resolve any disputes over how the gas should be used. But if the federal government takes an overly prescriptive or reactive approach to permitting, to regulation, or to exports, then our natural gas-fueled manufacturing renaissance will be over quicker than it began. And that is the NAM's message to the committee today. If we truly want to create 1 million new manufacturing jobs by 2025, we should be encouraging the responsible development of natural gas, balanced by reasonable state-based regulation, a manageable permitting process, and a free market approach to potential exports. If that happens, we can all be winners. States have long been the primary regulators of hydraulic fracturing, and the NAM believes it should stay that way. Governor Hickenlooper's testimony today shows that state governments are up to the challenge. Where there's a perceived deficiency in any one state's regulatory mechanisms, the federal government should work with the state to fill in those gaps rather than applying a one-size-fits-all federal rule on states like Colorado, where really no deficiencies exist. The NAM was founded in 1895 on principles of free trade. With respect to LNG exports, the NAM fundamentally supports free trade and open markets and opposes bans or similar market-distorting barriers to exports of natural gas or any other commodity. Now, the NAM is not calling for policies that favor LNG exports over the use of natural gas domestically, nor are we calling for the opposite. What we're calling for is for the free market to be allowed to work. The NAM encourages the cost-effective use of natural gas to grow American manufacturing and believes in a natural gas policy that is open, process that is open, transparent, and objective. And we urge policymakers to rely on the best quality information regarding the impact of LNG exports on economic, environmental, and energy security interests. Finally, the long and complex and often unmanageable permitting process remains a major obstacle, if not the major obstacle, to full and robust development of our nation's energy resources. For instance, the average time to complete an environmental impact statement under the National Environmental Policy Act takes an average of 3.4 years, and that gets longer by 37 days with each passing year. The developer can then be sued for 6 years after a final determination is made. Manufacturers really must be able to depend on a predictable, reliable, and efficient permitting process. The NAM believes strong actions must be taken to streamline the permitting process for energy projects before it is too late. To conclude, with the right energy policies in place, manufacturers can experience a true resurgence. Robust development of our nation's vast natural gas resources will help drive domestic manufacturing as a critical component of a true all-of-the-above energy strategy. The NAM stands ready to support the committee's efforts to promote natural gas development and the manufacturing jobs that it will provide. Thank you very much for the privilege of testifying today. I look forward to any questions.
Thank you very much.